Welcome everyone. It's a bit of a weird setup here right now. Hopefully everything is working. Didn't do a countdown. Oh, come on. Okay, so this is not working. Good evening, Gulchen. I don't have the chat here with me like as I usually have, because I needed to reboot everything. But I can read everything on this screen here as well. Sylvie, welcome. Ian, welcome. That's okay. I'm going to get a drink, at least a glass of water. I'm quite thirsty. I've been doing a lot of cleaning and organizing here. Don't need to forget my gloves. Ah, that's nice. Did you do anything nice, Ian? Did you make anything? Did you construct or help with anything? Let's have a look how this is best for you. So not quite sure if I still have the proper camera angles here, since I just didn't do any testing. I'm so sorry about this. I should have done that, but it's been quite a busy day, especially next to work. Everything that has to do with work. 3D printers, fixing 3D printers, a 3-hour drive, a 3-hour trip today. Maybe I'm just going to do this. Maybe this is a little bit better for you to hear me. I'm not sure. Let me know if you can, if this is better or not. Maybe this is too loud. I'm not sure. Oh, that's nice. Anyway, I'm wearing gloves today, matching with my microphone, but I'm wearing the completely wrong shirt. This is terrible for... let me put something on. I can put my lab coat on. Should I just put my lab coat on? I think it's a little bit excessive, but you know, let's just... I have my dirty blue apron as well. That could have worked, but since we're wearing gloves, so for those of you who have missed it, why am I dressing up? This is the right size, yeah? Yeah, it's the right size. Why am I dressing up here? Because I don't know what kind of pigments I will find in this box. Around me you see a, this is not PO62, guys. Sorry. Let me fix that. Let's make it mysterious, shall we? Can we make it mysterious? Are we? This is really weird what's happening here. I don't know why it's doing that. Why is it doing that with the camera as well? This is so weird. This looks random. Let me just get rid of this. Can I get rid of this? I also don't know why my camera has blown up. I can't change the numbers. There is something seriously wrong with that is weird. I don't know why that's happening, or that's not happening actually. I've heard of that. Okay. Mr. Pigments, welcome. I didn't necessarily wait for you. I was just waiting a little bit longer for people. But I will start. Now, since I didn't do any countdown, like I'm just waiting a few minutes, I just put my gloves on and the lab coat. Yeah, come on, Ian, I'm ready for you. No, sorry. I'm quite excited. I had some extra shelves I wanted to hang up on my wall over there. I had some other stuff I had to take care of, cleaning up, and as I just said, fixing a 3D printer. The filament was stuck constantly. Checking on my secret project as well. So I put this down. I put all the bottles straight, like the bottles on the top, they're all like good way up right now. That's actually all that I've done with it. So shall we get started? That is good to hear, Gulchen. Let's have a look at what kind of scenes I have over here. I'm just going to put everything next to me here. Do I have a... I don't have... I have my phone. I can switch to my phone. Yes. Are we switching to my phone? Are we switching to my phone? We're not switching to my phone. Why are we not switching to my phone? Okay, I'm just going to check this. I think I know why that is. I don't know why that is. That's just perfect. This is working, right? Okay. That sucks. Okay, guys, I need to check something. Sorry about this. I'll be right back. The stream isn't going to stop. It might just kind of disappear. But I'll be right back. There we go, we are back again. This should be working right now. Also, let me quickly see if I can fix the pigments now as well. Yeah, what? Okay, so that was my software. Pigments are a mystery now. Wow, that was weird. So yeah, this is the box. I had to change, like, the camera is over here. As you can see, you could have seen that before as well. But as you can see, the camera is here. I'm just going to move my screen here as well. That is way more convenient for now. So yeah, this is the box full of pigments, and I really don't know what's in here, except for the first few things I saw, like, well, the picture I sent in the Instagram group. This is basically kind of a mystery. Let me see if I can put it in a little bit of better light. That should be possible, right? Should it? It should be. I'm just going to move the box instead of the camera. I'm lazy like that. Let's have a look. Yes, we are fully there. Hopefully sound is okay as well. Not putting it there. So first we're starting with Prussian blue. Let me know if you can actually see it clearly or clear enough. Maybe I need to... Maybe we can do that. Shall we turn the ceiling lights on, which is the worst light ever, but it works. So we have Prussian blue, old Schminke bottle. Then we have cobalt blue. Cobalt aluminate, I think it's in English. I don't know if it is. Quite heavy. This, on the other hand, is super heavy. Barium manganate and sulfate. Super heavy because this is manganese blue. What kind of scares me though is that this lid, let me see if I can compare it. It feels like there's like kind of a tension on there. No, there isn't. There's no pressure, but there is manganese blue. That is beautiful. There is also manganese blue in the lid. As you can see, precious pigment spilling here. More manganese blue. So who's going to do the counting for me of manganese blue bottles? Cerulean blue, or Kohlenblau, I think in German, which is a cobalt pigment. Then we have ultramarine. Thank you so much, Ian. That is very kind. Ultramarine. Ooh, a red. Alizarin. Madder. So, I'm not sure if this is a stable pigment. It doesn't look white. The madder pigments that I had and I have that are old look quite white on the plastic side of the bottle. This looks heavy as well. Yes, manganese blue again with a half open lid. Titanium white. Nothing special here. Let's see how. Is there a bit of a lag again? Oh, there is quite a bit of a lag here. No, there isn't. Yeah, I saw. I'm for the first time. I'm kind of looking at the screen myself here as well. So titanium white, which is white, and this is not like a joke, but most of the times, when it comes to old art studios, you know, as you can see, this is all dusty stuff. You see that scoops of this have been taken out with a dirty spoon while making paint, while painting most of the times. Oh, this is heavy. This is not manganese blue. Cobalt blau ersatz? Oh, I have no idea. Ultramarine blue with barium manganate and sulfate. So this is a mixture of PB29 and PB33. This is the first time I've seen this. It's super heavy. It's almost as heavy as the manganese blue. Thank you, Mr. Pigments. Paolo, welcome. This is, I'm going to weigh this just as a comparison. This is, these are all equally filled. This is pure ultramarine. This is manganese blue. And this is a cobalt blue hue made with ultramarine blue and manganese blue. A cobalt blue hue with manganese blue. So this is kind of the other way around. Usually you won't see manganese blue in a hue mixture to make it cheaper. Natural umber, groenlich, green umber. Heavy as well. Same thing. Used bottle, same thing. The manganese or the cobalt blue hue, caput mortuum. Same thing again. This is. He liked his blues, that's for sure. Same thing again. So we can expect a little bit of a limited edition run for this on my shop. Manganese blue, number 4. And again, the cobalt blue hue. English red. Let's first do all about, like, there's boxes, there's a this could all be one color, by the way. This can all be like bone black or white or ultramarine blue. I don't know. This can all be just one thing. I have no clue. As you can see, like, the powder is on there. I haven't opened any of it. Chromium oxide green. Hydrated chromium oxide. So this is Viridian. A dusty bottle of chalk. Natural sienna. Sorry, going a little bit too fast here. Titanium white. Yeah, the artist who passed away was in his late 90s. He was quite old, so there's a lot of manganese pigments here, and you can still get old with using manganese pigments. So there's a little. It's not a fact when that just happens to one person, but let's just call that a fact. Iron oxide, yellow, and Verona green earth, and I think this should be the original Verona green earth. Another chalk. More of that. So I got the question to if I could make gouache paint. Maybe even pastels. Now I can. I have this, but there's more of the chalk. Okay, so let's do this back. I think there's more of the chalk there. Let's first do those. Is this all? This is all white. This is all the same thing, isn't it? Yeah, all calcium carbonate. This is all calcium carbonate. So I don't know if we can use that as a supplement for our food as well. Otherwise, you know, we can cook something up with this. There is a lot of this stuff. Calcium carbonate. This has a different color. Elfenbein Schwarz. This is ivory black. And I can't say if this is the real thing or not. Probably not, since it's in a plastic bottle, and I think the real thing has been banned a long time, longer than plastic. But I'm not quite sure. If there's anyone in the chat who can check for me if when genuine ivory black wasn't a regular pigment anymore, that would be fantastic. So I don't know. I don't know if this is genuine or not. Le franc et bourgeois. Couleur pour la fresque. I have no idea. This is a pigment as well. This is a pigment as well, yeah. No, noir de vigne. I don't know what noir de vigne is. Another one of that. Noir de vigne as well. Couleur pour la fresque. It's a full bottle which is open. That is black. Noir is black, but oh, this is fine black. Noir de vigne. That's fine black. Oh, Paolo, thank you very much. Yeah, it really makes sense. What is technically no, Mr. Pigments? Ivory black wasn't globally banned until 89. And manganese black, manganese blue was discontinued / banned around that same time as well. So yeah, there is a there is a chance that's real ivory black. Luckily, I'm wearing gloves. I shouldn't itch. So itchy. Teddy, welcome. Yeah, this is a surprise stream, kind of. Let me just put the power bank, since this is a temporary solution. This is what we already unpacked. So there's a lot of chalk. There's viridian, earth colors, manganese blue, genuines, and some other things. So this is what we already unpacked. This is a mystery box of pigments that I acquired through Marketplace of an artist that passed away. So this is let's do this first. We have this as well. Let's close the box to create a table. For ourselves. That looks colorful-ish. Colorful and smudgy. Echt geel. Echt gelb. Real yellow? It could be the same stuff as you had yesterday, Mr. Pigments. I don't know. This is quite a nasty looking bottle, by the way. This is iron oxide yellow. The plastic is... I think I need to replace some of these bottles since the plastic is kind of degrading. Natural sienna. I'm very glad that the labels are still all intact-ish. Bloody welcome. So there's still a chance, Mr. Pigments, that this is genuine ivory black. Golden ochre. I will contact my contact at Schminke. This is an empty bottle of manganese blue. Just empty. So this does not count. Chromium oxide, this is Viridian as well. Cobalt green. I don't know what happened. I think this stood in front of a window. But I don't know what happened with this. I think moisture. He wasn't active as an artist the last period of his life. Since he couldn't access his studio anymore. Because of his age. But we're going to do this justice. The pigments and everything. It will get a beautiful place here. It will be used by artists who use my paint. Well, I have the genuine ivory black. I do have like genuine ivory black in my pigment collection, so I can easily test this. More chalk. Burnt sienna. Barely readable, but burnt sienna. Indian yellow. I was wondering if we were going to. So this is interesting. Azo farbstof. So it's an azo dye. Farbstof. No, it's pigment. It's a little bit double. Farbstof or kleurstof in Dutch. It's like color dust. Which is a terrible translation. I'm sorry for that. But basically, that's pigment. But I don't know which pigment because it has 2 stars only, which doesn't make it light fast. It has 2 little T's. I don't know if you can you see? Where's my camera? Where is my camera? There it is. There's my face. There in that corner. So, does someone know what that is? I really don't know the little T's in boxes or those. Is that transparent or transparency? I don't know what that is. Yeah, it's the plastic container that was like this is Viridian green. This is just one side of the plastic container. Like the bottoms are all good, intact. So this is I've had more of these plastic bottles in my collection from old pigment collections that are discolored like this as well. Although this is in a far worse stadium of discoloration that I'm used to, but yeah. So the Indian yellow, I'm really not sure what kind of pigment this is. I'm just going to carefully open this. So I'm now going to taste it, and I'm just joking. I see there's a little bit of a lag, and that's probably my side. Yeah, that's definitely my side. Let me see if I can fix this. Or is it good again? I'm sorry for that. No, this is not good again. This is... Now it's good again. Seriously? Okay, it's good again. It's not the best connection that I have. Usually I don't use this a lot. This is just for close-ups or temporary shots. I don't use it as like a regular camera, since this is a app that connects my camera through Wi-Fi through the app of Elgato, my webcam app, as a virtual webcam camera. So it's an app running as a webcam, sending the data to software on my computer. So it's not native Apple wise. So yeah, not perfect, but it works for now. Well, I don't think it is, Mr. Pigment, since they have only started replacing PY153 by PY83. It could be, but that means PY153 is a nickel azo. No, it's nickel dioxide. It's not azo. I think it is, but that means that for Indian yellow, they started with 83, went to 153, and went back to 83. That is quite weird, in my opinion, I think. Yeah, so that makes sense. That does make sense. It is weird that they went back and forth. Indian red. Let's just continue. If we find anything other weird, you're my everyone in the chat. You're my database. You're my AI here. Please use AI if it's quicker, or use Google with the AI for quick answers. I can turn it on here as well, but I don't want to share this with Google. It's lagging a little bit again. Ultramarine red. And I actually want to see if I can. This is ultramarine violet, so it's I'm sorry. This is not like the pink ultramarine red that I love. Bohemian green earth. I think a black pigment has spilled a bit. Oh God. I might find out which black pigment. This wasn't fully closed. It is black. Sentient, welcome. Ultramarine violets, which basically was just almost all the way open. Prussian blue, not really closed as well. This might have been, I don't know what this is. This is ultramarine, a light ultramarine. As you can see. Oh, this is terrible. So yeah, you can see the ultramarine there. That is still good, but the bottle is not. That is a terrible condition. It's not really full as well. If I turn the bottle around you, the pigment is just going all the way to here. Permanent green. So the Viridian as well. Sorry, I'm like burnt gold ochre. That's nice. You don't see this very often anymore. You usually see like burnt sienna or something of an umber or anything, but a burnt golden ochre is not rare, but you just don't see it very often. Chromium, hydrated chromium oxide. So this is open as well. Oh, this is... I was wondering if the lid was still working, but it was so open that it's actually... I could turn it all the way. Cobalt green lights. Yeah, the bottles were in the sun. And yeah, exactly my thought, Rick. Why they started using glass bottles. This is another. Maybe this is just pure elephant on me. It's I feel really bad if it is. Another ivory black. Oh, this is getting worse here, which makes sense because I'm reaching the bottom of this bag. But hey, manganese blue. Which how many is this? 7, 8. He had a lot of manganese blue. Echt blauw. And I like what this says. I'm just going to stand here with the camera. I like that this just says phthalo cyanin blue and extender. So this just says on the bottle, this is phthalo blue and extender. This is not pure PB15. It doesn't say the pigment numbers, unfortunately, but this is not a pure pigment. Often, not the case with Schminke as far as I know. I don't know if they actually sell mixed pigments anymore, but often you see just phthalo blue. If you're lucky, you see the pigment numbers PB15 and a PW21 or 18 or something. We can definitely make a trade, Mr. Pigments. So this is unfortunately not a bag with just black pigments. Then I would have found the source. I think it's just a bottle that when open a little bit more viridian green, a light caput mortuum. I think the dunkel, the dark and the light one. Caput mortuum's nice. Titanium white, which really isn't visible anymore. This is terrible. There's the titanium white. This was open as well. Chromium oxide groen stumpf. Is this PB17? I think it's PB17. PG17. Sorry. Yeah, that's a definite PG17 with a little bit of PB33 in there, as you can see. Lovely. There's another one. Bohemian Green Earth. Two more in this. A dark ochre. And then we have a alizarin madder lake, I think. Yeah. Okay, so this bag and these gloves will be thrown out. New gloves. And okay, so let's put these on the table. Thank you, Rick. No, I've already had that, Ian. I can't recommend that to anyone. Okay, so that is fine, Gulchen. Just enjoy these unboxings unless it's all chalk, which is kind of the worst case scenario. But let's assume otherwise. Are you joking? Are you joking? Yeah, this is chalk. Okay, so these are, say, fresh 6-pack of chalk pigment. Ah, thank goodness. Ultramarine red. So this is a 6-pack of ultramarine violet, which is nice. I'm not disappointed by anything. I'm just kind of, to be honest, I'm kind of blown away by what's in front of me here. Like literally, I'm really amazed by what's on my desk right now. It's been a long time since I've had like such a pigment haul of not knowing what it is and actually knowing afterwards what it is. These all have labels, maybe except for that one black bottle, but these all have labels, and I'm really excited about that, since I can show you my cupboard later, since I'm using this camera anyway. I can show you, I think I can show you the rest of my studio. At least, you know, that part. I can show you everything, but that's not really interesting there. So this is not... Okay, so these are 3 bottles, ultramarine, bright ultramarine blue, a dark ultramarine blue, and this is something else. I feel this box tilting in this way. This is way heavier. This is manganese blue. A fresh bottle like this is brand new-ish. There's a lot of manganese blue here. I will do the comparison with the weight. It is kind of mind-blowing how you can feel like by 3 bottles on one side, you can just literally feel, no matter how I hold it, which bottle is the heaviest. It's that much difference. Now, counting the chalks, well, I don't want to. More ultramarine violet. This is ultramarine violet, by the way. The other one was ultramarine red, wasn't it? Let me just pop this open. Yeah, ultramarine red, ultramarine violet. That is nice. That is nice. So 2 different overcooked blues. Are they all, by the way? It's kind of assuming they are, since it's such a neatly packed, closed bottle. This is, yeah, it's all ultramarine violet. I love this. I mean, I love the color, but I also... These are all opened. More ultramarine red. Look, there's enough of that. Well, this wasn't sent free to me, Stockwell. I hope it would for you. This was just basically luck for me finding this, and I needed to drive like an hour and a half towards an hour and a half back. You know, with 3 hours, that's more than worth it for this find. At least, you know, only the manganese blue is worth it. The entire experience, and I also had a tiny muller that was gifted to me, which looks like a lovely, good old-fashioned tiny muller. He didn't only like the blues. I really hope it's not only like white from there on. It it's kind of like I don't know. I think right now seeing this, I deserve only chalk here. Just seeing this, I'm really afraid it actually is. He was an oil painter, yeah. So this has a different way to it. That's. I was kind of like seeing this, just seeing that shine. It's not heavy enough. I noticed immediately it's not heavy enough. This is Phthalo blue, Phthalo blue, and extender. So this is the basically manganese blue hue. I think this is what this is used for. What this was used for. Maybe he found this like, hey, this is way cheaper than that other stuff. I don't know. Let's do the big ones first, since this can only be chalk. Yeah, chalk, more chalk. That's a lot of chalk pigments over there. There's probably more chalk here. Yeah, there's more chalk. My goodness, that is a lot of chalk. That is a lot of chalk over there. There's 5 fresh 6-packs of chalk and a lot of separate bottles. Luckily, these smaller ones have something else in them. More of the phthalo blue and extender, which I really think this is his replacement of manganese blue. And the last bottle, ultramarine red. Schminke spoiled it for me. This one has a label on the side. It is actually still, literally, it is still closed. The tape isn't open as well, but let me just check it. Yeah, let's just keep this closed like this, as an homage to his need for chalk. So, this is basically, let me just check if I can. This is a lot of things that I usually don't have and see, for a couple of reasons. I did jinx myself there, didn't I, bloody? There's a lot of old bottles here. I mean, I will take my phone off. I will show you. There's a lot of old bottles here, but they have labels, and I'm so happy with that, since yeah. Also, Schminke is a very, very, very good brand when it comes to choosing their pigments. I know that they source their pigments. I mean, like, we're talking about pigments, especially like Old Holland and Schminke, and the finest pigments. We know that they're not pigment manufacturers, they're paint manufacturers who source their pigments elsewhere. And Schminke is famous for their very fine very fine pigments. So happy with the brand, happy with the labels. They didn't really change the labels, and as far as I know, I can look back most pigment numbers based on the numbers here, or on the names. When it comes to the manganese blue, and especially the manganese blue hue, which I'm quite fascinated with. I have 5 bottles of that, 5 bottles of that. Really amazed to see, you know, manganese blue and ultramarine blue mixed. As a substitute for cobalt blue. And later on, I think later on in the process, later on in its life, I don't know, we see the substitutes for the genuine manganese blues in the phthalo mixes. Let's quickly show you what we ended up with. So this is basically what I just all unpacked here. That is chalk. That is chalk. Just ignore that. Those are all manganese ultramarine mixes. The manganese hue. So yeah, that is a decent amount of pigments right there. Oh, thank you for that, Rick. Chalk the chalk, yeah. Yeah, it is a lot of chalk. It is a lot of chalk. Can someone come up with something different than, you know, replacing talk with chalk? I mean, come on, let's be original, right? I can quickly show you around in my studio here. Let's see if I can. Can I do that? Can I take it off the power? Yes. So we are here right now. This is my streaming area here. That's my computer stuff. So this is my paint making corner and streaming and everything. My tools, mullers and stuff like that. Microphone. Then you have the pigment collection, and something I'm working on there. My museum-ish thingy. There's more pigments over there. By the way, my very toxic pigments are behind there, like over there. But there's more pigments all the way going through there. There's more pigments in that crate. Basically, everything you see here is filled with pigments. Let's just get this back here. So yeah, there's me again here. Then 3-roll mill, and thing for this is a dirty old box that was just filled with pigments. My toxic pigment cupboard and cookie houses of my girls they made. I need to still make a 3D scan of those. More pigments, but basically I want to show you this here. So this is my kind of random pigment collection-ish thing. There's like cheaper pigments that I use for kids paint and things like that. Mixes I mostly mixes, I think, ultramarine mix and stuff like that. Micas. Then this is basically stock and other stuff. So that's my like brown pigment collection. The blacks, the whites. This is stock red, stock yellow, stock green and blue. So basically of pigments that I use for making paint. All the other stuff that's not double is over there, and this is like the singular, or not singular. This is like stock stuff. This is also singular. These are unlabeled. So these are pigments. This is just like these were one of these boxes. Let me just first get back here. Sorry, by the way. Oh, you're all getting really weird. Can you actually hear me there? I was actually planning on getting like or charging my wireless microphone, but I forgot about that. So if you can't hear me, no, that sucks. So this used to be like a box like this. These are all unlabeled glass bottles of pigments. More, and this is basically what, you know, a cupboard like Mr. Pigment has as well, with the weird stuff that isn't poisonous, by the way, but the also from Guerra and other brands, another discolored plastic bottle with it says it contains alcohol, which I find hard to believe as a powdered alcohol. That would be never mind. So yeah, there's loads of unlabeled discolored things here, and this is a, can I show this? These are boxes of pigments as well, by the way. This is just bags of gamer pigments that were given to me. Shall I show this? I don't know if I can show this. This is, if you're from around here, you might recognize the I'm kind of ashamed of showing this. This is stock as well, but this is like only the colors that I use from this brand. This is Verfmolen Paint Mill de Cat, and these are all pigment. This is literally from a same case as I had here. This was an artist that stopped working with pigments, and this person was still alive. So I literally visited the studio, and I was gifted like all of those. And the big box of blue ultramarine that I have as well, which is still crazy to have those gifted. But yeah, so that's basically that's my oh, I forgot my kitchen-ish side. Well, I can show you that later. So that's basically my studio. So yeah, there is that. Any questions? Any puns? I think this was quite a... This was a really surprising unboxing for me. Yeah, that is also Gulshan, that's exactly what went to my head, to my mind. I was like thinking it and reading it, and thank you, Paolo. Well, I can definitely, I can just, you know, take all the manganese and cobalts take those out and put them in my toxic pigment cupboard. Manganese, that was the, to be honest, I saw that when I opened the box. That was a big surprise. The amount of it, a bigger surprise, and then seeing a cobalt blue hue made with manganese blue. That is something that I've never heard of. Make a pastel set. I might just do that, Rick. Be careful. If from now on all my paints feel chalky and bulked with a lot of filler, you know why. No, just joking. Just joking. I won't do that, but this is... It's a lot of white. A lot of whites. Or just a chalk palette with just chalk paint. Or tinted chalk. Not pastel, it's not even pastel. There's just different tints of chalk. I think there's enough of this to find differences. So yeah, there's that. Is there anything else? Oh, I need to get rid of this. Yeah, now I need to put it somewhere because I literally can't do anything right now. I mean, I can, I'm willing to see what kind of ivory black I'm dealing with here, but I don't have any space right now. It's kind of filled with bottles. Yeah, I use a plaster for that, Ian. I've made it with them, by the way. I've made a pink one and a blue one with old toilet paper rolls, and I mixed plaster with a bit of salt, which makes the plaster harder, and then let that dry. So I put a piece of tape on the toilet paper roll underneath there, and when the chalk like hardens, you can just take the paper off, and you have amazing like crayons, like chalk crayons for the pavements. Yeah. Oh, Gulshan said it as well. Yeah, no, I've done that before. Also on their school, I had a guest class for their class, and it was about the prehistorian times, so the cavemen and stuff like that. So I gave like a quick just show. This was when they're very young, cave drawings, and that people have been drawing like forever, and I made like the yellow ochre. I made that with the class, the chalks that they can all use themselves. And that was really fun. But so it is quite a successful thing to do. Quite easy, literally just buy any kind of mold plaster or anything, just cheap stuff for making molds or making figurines, that stuff. Use the measurements on the package, add a little bit of salt to make it harder, so they're a little bit like clunkier. I don't know if that's the word. So they don't, if you go over the pavement, it's not all gone just by one line, but it's a little bit harder to make. It's not as brittle, and just play around with a bit of pigments. I can maybe I'm just going to make a video about that. What to do with pigments. It's really fun to do with your kids or for your kids. Bloody. Any tips for cleaning pigments, especially phtalos? Good luck. Phthalo pigment spilled, stained the tiles, desk, feet and hands and shoes, maybe everywhere. Maybe the glitter treat. No, I thought just throw on glitters, then the phthalo isn't visible anymore. Adhesive tape is a good one, but if it's stained in tiles, adhesives might not work. Alcohol, basically alcohol. Just like floor cleaner or any sprayable cleaning solution. If that doesn't work, alcohol. Make sure you have enough dry cloths or paper towels that you won't keep using the dirty ones. You know, if you wipe it off, just throw that away and take a new one. Otherwise, you are going to stain everything. So yeah, we can do this. We can just do this. Let's just do this. Just checking. Is the sound okay here as well? Is it good enough for everyone to hear me if I'm standing here? I'm asking it for a reason. Alcohol does solve all the problems. So I have a desk full of pigments. Let's pour myself a drink. I wasn't joking. What? Ian. Okay, so let's see. We can probably turn this on again. Can we? Yes. Keep the live stream active as well here. And let's see what kind of ivory black we're dealing with. This is an unopened one. Yes, in this side of my studio, everything is a little bit smaller. I got that, Ian, but thanks for explaining to everyone. This is so unnecessary. Let's clean that as well. Where is it? Here it is. What? Gulshan. What's happening? Barely welcome. Yeah, I've just unboxed all of these. This is the recap. There's a lot of chalk, some manganese blue, 7-8 bottles, and a lot of other old stuff. Right now, I'm checking if the ivory black is actually genuine ivory or not. Gulshan, can you just let me know what's happening there? What do you mean a shot? I have some things on my there's actually a YouTube shop, I think. I'm selling. I mean, I have this. Like, this is just paint making stuff. tools of the trade with a muller and a palette knife. But I have a t-shirt that I've actually sold quite a few bits that says I tend to mull things over, and there's a muller print on top of it. Okay, he was pouring a drink as well. Ah, okay. Nothing good comes from drinking, as you see. So this is the ivory black that I acquired from this collection of pigments. Okay, so I wanna ask this here in the chat. Do you want me to compare it to a real ivory black? Do you want me to make that, or do you want me to wait this to dry, scan it, and compare the spectral curves with other ivory blacks on the market, so I can see, compare them? Or do you want me to just make a bone black and compare it with that to see if it's closer to a bone black? It's like there's three options and everything in between, basically. Thank you, Mr. Pigments. I didn't say anything. Let me just get the, can we, I'm just going to use all my mulling surfaces that I have over here. This is not showing off, but this is full, okay? This is not showing all of them, by the way. There's a few spare ones. Let's just do this first. So I have a mobile one that I can use here as well. Let's see if we can kind of, oh, yeah, there we are. Okay, just putting it in this frame with an actual stone muller on it, which I won't use now. I will just use this on it first. Oh, that is sad. That is sad. Gulchen. Ivory black it is. Genuine ivory black. want to see this is the real stuff. This is an historic pigment from Kramer when they were still able to sell it. Everyone now is prohibited to sell any of this pigment. Hard to see since this is a white surface underneath. That had a like greenish blue glass. It's hard to see if this looks warmer. This looks like this is genuine, obviously, but this looks warmer than the other stuff. So as you can see here on the outside, it's kind of rejecting the water. I prepped this little plate, I prepped only the inside of it for mulling. The outside I haven't, so that's still smooth marble, which just rejects the water. But as long as I use enough pressure on it, the mulling is fine. It's not ideal for paint making, but this is just such a tiny bit. So yeah, the genuine ivory black that I have is from an old historic stock that was used. So no new ivory black was made after it was basically banned everywhere and illegalized. This is definitely warmer, I can already tell. Or is it? I really thought it was that clear, but yeah, it's warmer. It's also a different brush, I know. So yeah, glad I didn't do the real ivory black first, since I think this is enough of a difference to actually see that, at least that bottle. I have 3 of the ivory black bottles, one of the small ones that looks a little bit older because of the discoloration of the sun, 2 of the larger ones, but I think none of them are real looking at this. I'm going to let it dry though, and we're going to scan it. Well, to be honest, Mr. Pigments, I have no use for real ivory black. I have two bottles in my collection. One like real older one, and this one. This is just an old historical pigment stock, but it's the real thing, and it's the cleanest thing. The old bottle that I have isn't as clean. I have no use for it. I'm not allowed to sell it. I really don't see the point of selling it as well. I mean, if someone wants to use ivory black, I mean, use bone black and add a little bit of warmth to it with, I don't know, maybe a manganese brown or red iron oxides. I wouldn't do, by the way. I do want to wait till this is dry though. So I'm not going to make bone black after this. I mean, for me the difference is quite clear. Masked stone a little bit less, although there is enough difference here to see. But especially, you know, in the wash. We'll make a scan though. Don't worry. Oh, let's take this angle away from here and yeah, I can definitely do a dot pen. That is quite a good idea. I need to refill my dots as well here on my desk. Let's just try to put this all in one dot. I know the first time that I saw ivory black in a museum, a bottle of ivory black, I was just getting like into pigments. I was really amazed by, you know, the fact that there's so much history and stuff, like, and just looking at my own collection now, and I think that's like 3 years ago, 3 years maybe. I think 3 years ago. Looking at where I'm now with, you know, the collection, but the knowledge and the experiences with, you know, making it, using it, looking at it, feeling how things work and everything, really amazes me sometimes. And it's kind of times like this where that kind of lands again. Just looking at all these old bottles. They are dirty. They are like terribly filthy. So I need to do a good scrub up when I've put everything in a place. Not quite sure which place. Especially this pile over here, this chalk. Maybe I can soundproof my walls with it. just with the chalk bottles. Well, actually, Ian, I think let me have a look. Isn't it in an ultramarine? No, it's not. It's black marine and it's like a beige color that I. Oh my. So this is let me just screen share. This is the shirt that I have in my shop. I just saw, by the way, and this is going to be completely honest, that they got more expensive in my shop because it's like it's coupled connected to a print service that, you know, prints merchandise like these all around the world, and they kind of decide the prices for me, and how much I wanna keep, like, after shipping. I think I make like €2 per shirt. That's literally that's it. After like the price, shipping and everything is going through them. This is like what I get. If I give discount codes on my entire shop, so the discount codes that I have should be only on my paints. If it's on this as well, I literally lose money. So yeah, there's that. But I'm going to look into it a little bit more again. I've connected my YouTube. There should be. Let me quickly check. There should be a merch shop in my YouTube as well, right? Is there not? There is, right? There should be. Let me quickly just take this. Yeah, there is, but that's only hoodies. And there's a different apron there, which is more affordable, to be honest. Wait, is the apron only in red? No, right? Okay, I really need to change that on my YouTube shop, since I can literally do ultramarine there. Wait, can you guys help me with something? Can you check if this website actually goes in English when you're there, or if this is just because this is the first time I'm seeing like that's a .nl domain, and because this is from YouTube, this is via YouTube. If someone like internationally could check it for me, that would be great. These are almost dry. seriously, why is YouTube doing that? That is super weird. That is so annoying. Why? There's no languages option there as well, right? Ian, thank you so much. Well, I know the one. This one that I have, like this is the one that you also bought, Ian. This is a proper one. I've used this a lot already, like for the past year and a half, I think. And I haven't had any issues with this. Like it has the front pockets and everything, which is really neat. Guys, I'm going to go offline, I think. Because I've been on here for an hour and a half, and I can stay online, but I actually just wanna say get rid of it. No, that's not what I'm going to do. I'm just going to give this a good place, but mostly that will be me making noise. No, I will still scan these for you. These are dry, I promise that. Let me have a look. Do we have a... no, we don't have. Sorry, I need to... it's asking a lot of me here. wait guys, I've still promised you this, I will give you this. If you don't want it, that's fine. You are absolutely free to go. But I promised you to. Oh, let me. Come on. It still needed to calibrate. It needs that like every week or so, which is good, but sometimes it's annoying when that happens during live. So this is ivory black, and I'm going to name it this, and I'm going to share my screen. So ivory black, as you can see here, it's quite a boring line, to be honest. Let's see if we have a library color that is ivory black. There we go. Add this to the bar. So this is ivory black, the one from my pigment box. I'm going to compare it with the ivory black that is genuine. This is why, let me do this again on a different spot. So this is why I did 2 mask tone circles as well. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? It gives me like the green tick. It gives everything green. Let's do the mask tones. So I'm just going over this mask tone. That's like a fully horizontal line, and this as well. So let's see if we So this is, it's definitely like on my screen I can see this is just a little bit warmer. If we're looking at numbers, not just Paolo, it's correct, not just the scale, not just this, but the numbers here. We can actually just look at per wavelength over here, what the difference is. You can see it on the top here, differences, what the reflectance is per wavelength. So this is an acceptable difference here, and this is where it's at. So yeah, looks quite close. But then again, it's both bone, different kind, but to get to the bottom of this, I'm going to write down which is which. If I can get my pencil behind the chalk mountain. So this is the ivory pigment box. And this is the ivory. Genuine. Soon, maybe tomorrow morning somewhere. I'm just going to do it by myself. I'm going to make bone black and compare it. See if I can come within acceptable differences of the chart. And see if this is just fooling me or us, or if this is actually genuine ivory, but maybe just processed a little bit differently. I don't know. I mean, there is a clear difference here in the color. And then there isn't. And that thing says it's within an acceptable range. So, it's like a 1.5 degrees difference in the hue angle. The genuine ivory black is a little bit more chromatic. Yeah, but that is my fault, Gulchen. That is fully on me. I've used a way smaller brush here than this. This was just a few strikes with just a pigment load that kind of dripped off smoothly. Here I need to apply just manually more pigment. So that is on me. That is on me. I'm going to leave it at this. Thank you so much, everyone. Thanks for joining. Thanks for this great manganese chalk and discolored bottle unboxing. Hope you like this unexpected stream. I hope everyone has a great night, great rest of the day. If you're watching this later, thanks also for rewatching it. Everyone here right now in the chat, thanks for joining me tonight on this special occasion of manganese mixtures. Shall we just do one more thing? It's like one thing. Shall we do a tiny thing? I actually want to go, but then again I don't, since I'm actually quite curious myself. Let's see if we can just move away enough so I don't have to do too much. Let's just do this. Turn this on. So first, this is the last thing I'm doing. A full bottle of ultramarine blue is 64.1 gram. 64.1 gram. I don't know if you can actually see. Can you see it? Can you see it on the? Can you read the letters? I don't think you can you? I can't. Within the. That is super weird. That's only from like a very specific weird angle. 64.1. So this is 64.1. Thank you very much, Gulchen. Then we have manganese blue. Let's see if there's a full bottle. There's a full bottle here. There's a full bottle. This is the one, yeah. So a full bottle of manganese blue is 199.3. Just, you know, in case you don't believe me, let's just get that right angle right over there. 199.3. And the ultramarine blue was 64.1. 199.3. 4. Right now this is 4. 199.4. Okay. So let's see what this one does. 127. Is this full? Let's see. Let's see. This one's better. This one is a little bit. This one's actually full. 178.7. So there's only 21.5 grams difference. 21.5 grams difference here. Whereas there is like a 135 grams of difference with the ultramarine. So that is the manganese content in the cobalt blue hue is actually quite large. There's quite a bit of manganese, genuine manganese blue in there. This is just one very simple test to see if you are dealing with genuine manganese blue or not. Like this is, if you ever come in contact with a pigment that you think, okay, this is very heavy. As another example, I'm just going to read this, like just you have to believe me. This is cobalt green, small bottle of cobalt green, full. 78.2 grams. This is a small bottle of manganese blue, full, 78 versus 127. So this is like 50 grams more than this. It's not like double, but it's an amazing difference, and you can just feel it. You can immediately feel it. Okay. This is it. So that was just a thing that I had in the back of my mind. Then this is out of my system right now. Not laying awake about what the measurements were, or if I haven't shared this with anyone. Definitely feelable if it's genuine manganese blue. And I was just curious to see what kind of the content was based on the weight of the bottles of that cobalt blue hue. Amazing. Thank you so much. Thanks so much for joining, everyone. Again, thank you so much for the chat and your help and patience with some clumsiness in the start again, but everything was solved and we were all quite surprised. I'm happily surprised by the content that is in front of me on my desk. Hope to see you soon again and have a great night. Bye, guys.